Good morning, children. Welcome back to studies. Today we are going to do lesson 9 Light of Standard 4 G Science. In this lesson we are going to learn about the sources of light, luminous and non-luminous objects, properties of light, transparent, translucent and opaque objects, formation of shadows. All these things I am going to explain you in the later part of the lesson. Now first of all, let us learn something about light. What do we mean by light? Light means the things when we are able to see. If we go in a dark room, then we are not able to see anything. But when light falls on them and it comes back or it bounces back to our eyes, we are able to see those objects. So when light falls on the objects or the things, it bounces back, it comes back. So this light which comes back to our eyes makes us see those objects. Now from where does the light come from? Light comes from the sources of light. Sources of light means the things which give us light. So an object which emits light is called a source of light. All sources of light can be classified into two categories: natural and artificial. Natural means the sources which are created by nature, and artificial means the sources which are created by man. So let's learn about natural sources of light. The sun is the most important natural source of light. Sun is the most important natural source of light, because it gives us light, and because of that light we are able to do many things. After sun comes the star and moon. Star and moon are also the sources, natural sources of light, but they are not as bright as sun. Then one insect is there called firefly. This insect also emits natural light. So these are the sources: sun, stars, moon, firefly. All these are the sources of nature, coming from nature. All these are sources coming from nature, and so they are called natural sources of light. Now comes the artificial source of light. What do we mean by artificial source of light? Artificial source of light means the sources which are made by man. The sources which are made by man are called artificial sources of light. For example, candles, fireflies, oil lamps. And electric light or electricity is the most important form of artificial light. Then comes again let's revise the sources of light. The sources of light can be divided into natural sources and artificial sources. Natural sources means which occur or which are made by nature, and artificial sources means which are made by men. Sun, stars, moon, fireflies, they are natural sources. Candle, bulb, fire, torch, they are artificial sources. Now comes the luminous and non-luminous objects. The objects that are there which are around us, they can be divided into luminous and non-luminous objects. Now what do we mean by luminous objects? Luminous objects means the objects which emit light of their own. Emit light of their own means which give out their own light, are called luminous objects. Sun, fireflies, fire, candle, electric bulb, they are luminous objects. Now you must be confused that why in light bulb is luminous and it is not a natural source. But light bulb blows with the help of electricity. So it means that it is giving out its own light, and so we call it as luminous object. Then comes the objects which do not give out their own light. The objects which do not give out their own light are called non-luminous objects. Examples are moon, pencil, eraser, furniture, tree. Now don't get confused with moon. Moon is a natural source of light. Okay, but it is non-luminous object. Why? Because it shines by the light of the sun. It shines by the light of the sun, and so it is called non-luminous object. But it occurs in nature. It is given to us by nature. So it is a natural source of light. Hope you have understood. See here, it is given about the planet Venus also. Moon and Venus, both of them, they are shining, but they are non-luminous. Why? Because they do not produce light of their own. They reflect the light of the sun falling on them, and so they are called non-luminous objects. So children, this was about the natural source, artificial source, luminous objects, non-luminous objects. Now let's learn about properties of light. Properties of light means the features of light. So first thing is that light is an invisible energy. Invisible means we cannot see. We cannot see light. Okay, but it gives sensation of vision. Sensation of vision means it makes us see. Okay, light we cannot see, but it makes us see different things. Now when light falls on anything, when light falls on any surface, it bounces back or it comes back. And this bouncing back of light is called reflection of light. Is called reflection of light. Then light travels at a very high speed. Light travels at a very high speed. Just now in Diwali also, those who must have used firecrackers, if you have seen the firecrackers, when they go up, you are able to see the light first. Then you are able to hear the sound. It shows that light travels at a very high speed. Moreover, light always travels in a straight line. Light always travels in a straight line. For this, one experiment is there. Let's see what it says. In this, you have to take a candle, you have to take a rubber tube and a matchbox. First, you have to light the candle and keep the rubber tube straight and see from it. You will be able to see the flame of the candle. But if you bend the rubber tube little bit, you will not be able to see the flame. This shows that light travels in a straight line. Hope children, you have understood up to here. Next part will be coming soon.